观众朋友好，欢迎收看最新一期的子天访谈录，我是子天 Sky 董。Hi Danny.
Hi Sky, it's good to be here.
Yeah, thanks for joining me today again.
Of course, like always, my pleasure. How are you today?
Yes, good. I hopefully all our audience and Texan and Houstonian from last week the power outage, everybody will be good, will be fun.
Right, last week was tough. It was a very rough week, and you came out okay. And I hope all audience came out okay.
Yeah.
And the sun has come up.
Yes.
So it's going to be
yeah, the weather is much better.
Yes,
Summer is coming.
Yes. Everything is good. Yeah.
So what you want to bring to our audience today?
Yes, you know that the topic of our show is about business.
Yeah.
So I love to talk about business, and today I'd like to talk about our company, about our what we have to offer, about Danny Wynn International, DN Commercial, if that is all right with you.
Yeah. So this is your website.
Yeah, this is my website, Scott. You see the logo. You probably use DN Commercial. And, probably that you have been driving around town and using the signs.
Yeah.
Right now we got about 50 plus listings all over town, from north to south, all the way to Galveston. 50 active listings. That included land and shopping centers.
Wow.
So that's why you see the logo, yeah. And our main services, we do brokerage, and we do development and investment. Yeah.
And what part of the listing? Like what kind of listing?
Okay, let's go into the list.
Yeah.
Okay. But before that, I'd like to share with you something, if you don't mind. You see on the website, you see there's a clip about us went on a trade mission.
Yeah.
And you know, in order to succeed in this business, you have to be very active. I mean, you cannot just sit in one place. It's not about selling land, but it's about expanding your network. You constantly be on the lookout. What is going on? Not only locally, city, but on the state level. But what is going on around the world?
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, every year before,
your life experience.
Yes. Every year that I joined the mayor of Houston, since Mayor Brown, and Mayor Bill White, and Mayor Ennis Parker, and recently Mayor Turner. So that every year that we go on a trade mission, we go to visit different countries to explore what's going on. And this trip is on Panama.
Panama.
Yeah, Panama Canal. So I'd like to play that for the audience, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yes.
Exciting to see this.
The Panama Canal is 36 months away from opening 3 new sets of locks, expanding its reach by enlarging its capacity to handle ships more than double the size of those passing through now.
We will have a convoy going north.
And on a private tour of the project, Missouri City Council member Danny Wynn was struck by what it means.
This is going to be a great opportunity for everybody, for Panama, Houston, and other related cities in America.
He sees the $5 billion expansion as a drop in the bucket compared to the impact this will have on world trade.
I could visualize, Tom, all the cargo shipment from Asia, from Vietnam, from Thailand will be go through here.
Well, I hope you enjoy the video.
Yes.
And as you can see, you know, Panama is important because when they expanded the canal, Panama Canal, that means there will be more cargoes that coming from China, from Vietnam, from Asian will go through the south, through the Panama Canal, instead of going to Long Beach and in the West Coast. So what it means is that there'll be more business in Houston. Does that make sense?
Yeah, hopefully this year we can go to the Vietnam for the trade mission.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that every year. Hopefully this crazy COVID will be over soon. So I have that, and you see this, another listing that we just sold. This is a piece of land, 47 acres of land on
47 acres.
It's huge. You know where Belware 8 and 45.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And usually you may be asking, what do people use it for? They use for big project, multi-residential or residential development. So this is a mixed project.
47 acre. Wow.
47 acres a lot, and then we have right across from it, we have 56 acres, and that 56 acres is still available for those who want to buy to build a warehouse, apartment, residential home.
Where's the location? This one.
Beltware 8 and 45, North 45.
Okay.
You know where's the green green?
It's the
field?
same location. These two
Yeah,
together.
it's the same location right across the street.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So we get that, and you see this a shopping center right there. Yeah, you know, in addition to having land for sale, we also have shopping center for lease. So I just finished a lease with a Dollar General. You know, Dollar General is a big. You familiar with like a Dollar
Yeah.
company?
Like a grocers.
Yeah, usually they take like a
Yeah.
huge, like 10,000 square feet. So one of our core services, Sky, is do leasing. Whether we lease our spaces to these retail tenants, or we represent the landlord, the people who have shopping centers. They need help with leasing. We
Yeah.
represent them to bring in certain type of tenants. Yeah.
Yeah. So these two kind of listing, you have to choose the location. I mean, when you choose, you want listing a piece of land.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why you choose this location?
Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, our job is to come up with a package. It's not about, it's not, you know, when people, a business owner, want to choose a location, they want to know the demographic of the area. What is going on? How many households are there in the area?
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of purchasing power? They need to know the demographic report of that area.
Yeah.
So if I take on this assignment, if there's some vacant spaces, the first thing I ask Sky is to come up with a list of tenant mix. What is it that's missing in that area?
Yeah.
It's not about a vacant place, but you want to know who will be most likely to succeed in that vacant space.
Yeah.
So I have to think about it. Oh, do I need a tax office, a donut shop, a dry cleaner, a dental offices? Okay, how do I know that? Because of your experience and your local market knowledge.
Yeah. And you are the expert.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you do it over and over several years, so you know. And in addition to that, it's not easy, it's not hard to find out.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, sometimes, you know, I mean, before we build shopping centers, we go to home association. And then, you know, usually people go to home association, home association meeting, they complain all the time. They said, you know, I have to travel all the way to certain street in order to buy certain product or services. So you come and you listen to the local people to find out what kind of services, what kind of products, what kind of merchandise do they need, and then you come up with a list, and then now you put a packet together and bring those people over there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because the success of a tenant depend on the people, consumer, right?
Yeah.
And you are, as a landlord, you depend on the tenant to be successful to pay you rent.
Yeah.
So we don't, even though sometimes we need tenant, but we don't accept all tenants.
Yeah.
We are very selective of certain tenant.
You choose the best.
Yeah, because if they're not successful, if business do not well, I mean, everybody's going to lose. So the reason that I put the a big company, you know, like Dollar General, because we knew that in that area with that demographic, that there is a need for a dollar store over there.
Yeah, I saw so many community already has that store. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a franchise. It's a lot.
Yeah, yes, it's a nationally accredited tenant. Yeah, the timing is dependent up on how effective you are. You remember, sometimes if you are lucky, you put a sign, and people drive by, and then they see the sign, and then they call, and you make a deal with them, and then you bring them in. But most likely, you must be able to make a consistent effort. You must put a package. And we do have a system where we put that shopping center in front of the right prospect. We have the list of like 1,000 of nationally graded tenants. Yeah, so we have a system. We got a platform. So we put the shopping center in front of those people. Yeah, because all you need is just only one tenant for that space.
Yeah.
But in order to do that, day in and day out, you get to put it right in front of the right decision maker. Yeah.
You need to let him see the future is good.
Exactly.
Yeah. Then he make the decision right away.
Yeah, exactly. The three things: they must be able to buy.
Yeah.
They must have the money. They must be willing.
Yeah.
And they must be ready.
Yeah.
In order to have a qualified client. Yeah.
Also, they really trust you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you have to be very trustworthy. I mean, that is unspoken. I mean, if you're untrustworthy, you know, I mean, word will spread very quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think the people processing the commercial land expensive, right?
Yeah.
I have a question. Why you only choose shopping center and commercial land? Because I saw your website.
Yeah.
You're really a Pacific doing this.
Yes. You know, real estate is very broad.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, there's several products. You get residential and you get commercial, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Not only we're not doing residential, but I want to focus on commercial. And on commercial, it's had different products.
Yeah.
You know, they got apartment, they got hotel, they got warehouse,
Yeah.
office building. And we focus is on shopping centers and commercial land.
Yeah.
Why? Just like a person who choose to be a specialist in the medical field.
Yeah.
You know, some people like to specialize in teeth.
Yeah.
So they become a dentist, right?
Yeah.
Some
Maybe.
people want to, no, they love to deal with the eye.
Yeah.
They become an
Okay.
optometrist or optometrist. Some people just want to focus on one organ, the heart.
Yeah.
So they become a cardiologist, right? But so it depends on your. For me, I like retail. I like to see that piece of land turn into a project, turn into a building, because turn into a shopping center, turn into a hotel. So that's because everybody needs land.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people said that the moment that you were born,
It's like
Do-
you are a designer.
yes, people always need land, and I like retail, I like shopping centers, because shopping centers is, I mean, you interact with them every day. You deal with, you know, the retailers. I mean, these are the things that you can see: a beauty salon, a nail salon, a spa, a doctor office. You know, that is something that you deal with on a daily basis. Yeah.
So I heard about you like a 孔子 for the Chinese.
Oh yeah.
A sentence.
Yes. I like Confucius.
Yeah.
How do you say that?
孔子.
I like him a lot. As a matter of fact, you know, Vietnam is had share a lot of similar culture with Chinese culture.
Yeah.
And we love Confucius. He's a great philosopher. And I mean, there's one thing that he said, I have it on my website. He said, find a job that you love and you will never have to work a day in your life.
Yeah, that's a point you just talk about.
Yeah, how do you say that in Chinese?
你要找到一个你很热爱、很喜欢的工作
Yes. Think
then
about
you
it.
enjoy, 然后你就会很享受
Yes. That's why it lasts me close to 25 years. You know what I mean? Because if you don't love what you do,
Yeah, you enjoy every
it won't
moment.
last. It's just like, it's fun, like a deal makers. I enjoy making deals. Just like if you are a dancer, you love dancing, right?
Yeah.
If you're a singer, you like singing. I'm a deal maker. I'm a broker. I'm an investor. I'm a developer. I like making deals. Making deals is fun. This is an art. Bringing people together. Create that transactions. And then after you create that transaction, it's not about you, but a building come up. And then product and services are being provided to the people. The city enjoy the tax revenue. So it's had a domino effect. So I really like the philosophy of finding something that you love to do. I love Confucius.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good. You have the spiritual. You use your soul to work.
Of course, it's had to go in It's not only about making money,
Yeah.
but everything have to go in line with your philosophy, your belief, your core values.
Yeah.
Everything have to go. You cannot do something that you don't believe in. Can you imagine how suffering you can be? I mean, you make money, but you don't believe in that. It go against your belief. So I love real estate. You know, remember I shared with you the stories how I came to America. I love land. I mean, the word land had a special meaning to me. Land
America
of opportunity.
For you, it's a big piece of land.
Yes, land of opportunities.
Yeah.
America, the land of opportunity. So the land had I remember about 20-something years ago, I bought my first piece of land in Pearland. You remember when I shared I bought a first piece of land in Pearland for my own investment. And I remember the day after closing, and then I walk on that land. I walk. That first time that I owned a piece of land myself. Okay. And you know, when I was walking on that piece of land, you know what it felt like?
You feeling like you're walking on the cloud, like in the heaven.
Yes, yes. I feel like you own a piece of Texas.
Yeah. And
You feel like you know, it's not about a land, but you own a piece of America.
Yeah.
And the people who are wealthy, if you think about it, that's why they call landlord.
Yeah, landlord. Yeah.
Landlord.
Yeah.
Because people who have land create wealth. And I've seen several stories. I've known several humble story people who bought land and they become so wealthy.
Yeah.
Because you know, a vacant piece of land in a certain area, but after that area become developed, after a big company moving in, when after that area become a city, the value of the land increase significantly. I've seen a lot of refugees, poor people become very wealthy because of land.
Yeah. Also,
And I hope that you will own some land
future.
someday, right? Own your house and own the land, own a
Yes.
piece of land, right?
Also shopping center.
Do you know the difference of owning a piece of land and owning a piece of shopping center?
Land is like a mother. Shopping center is like a mother's baby, grow up.
Right.
For my opinion, it's thinking about mother. It's foundation, really important. Location, everything. Then the baby grow up.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Be a boy, then
Right.
be an adult.
Yes. On land and shopping centers, it has to do with long-term and short-term goal. Okay. Usually, when people come with let's say if you have some extra money you want to invest. So the question that usually we ask before we give advice to our land client is, do you want to invest your money and then enjoy a stream of income coming every month? If that's what you want, then you buy shopping centers because you will get the money,
Every month.
the rent.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For example, you invest. You invest in $1 million, and then the return is 8%. So every year, you know, after all the expenses, it's called net operating income (NOI). 8% is about 80,000.
Yeah.
You invest on a $1 million shopping centers. It gives you a return rate of 8%. So every year, you have a net operating income of $80,000. $80,000 you divide it by 12. So each month you get $7,000. Okay. On a piece of land, it's different.
Yeah.
You must have the ability to hold because you
For
still
a
have
few
to pay
years. Yeah.
a few years.
After the price increase.
Yeah, after the price increase, you must have the ability to hold that piece of land, and sometimes you have to pay the property taxes on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's more for the long term. But usually, when land is appreciated in value, the profit is much bigger than a shopping center. The benefit of shopping center is pretty much is in the income. You receive a check every month from the rent from the tenants. But for the piece of land, it's one-time deal. You wait when the time comes.
Also simple. easy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little bit easier
Yeah.
because you don't have to deal with all the tenants. You don't have to deal with records. You don't have to deal with property management.
That is when you're even sleeping, the money come in.
That's true. That's why they call a landlord,
Yeah.
the lord of the land, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we first came, we used to hate landlord, But now everybody in my family, they become a landlord. Yeah.
Wow.
It's good to be a landlord, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're back to your website.
Okay.
Yeah, back to your listing. I know every time you talk one listing, you have a lot of story come out.
Yes, it's not about every transaction had a story behind it. And I think that's what get me excited. It's not about selling a piece of land. That piece of land, when you sell it to somebody, it's become something that affected everybody. So I'm very passionate about it. See, this is our listing. You asked about my listing, right? If you can see on the screen, we got 3 different categories. We got land. You see, you can see Raymond, Sky. We got land for sale, and we got shopping centers. And then on shopping center, we got shopping center for sale and shopping center for lease. And then we had other special project. Sometimes a building with a business, with a restaurant in it, with a mechanic shop in it, with a doctor office in it. But land, okay, for example, we have on this land right here. Okay, we got land. So land, we have different type of land. Land to use for investment. You buy and then you wait. Land to buy so you can build up on it immediately.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So 2 different. One is for
investment.
Yeah.
You wait, you said, but another type is for
directly
development.
You wanna
you buy
build up.
Build.
Yeah.
What kind of people who buy land to build?
I think a lot of the young people, I mean the age, because younger people, want to see something and want to do something every month.
Yeah. Usually the people, when you lease an apartment, right?
Yeah.
You have an option. When you find a place to live, you have an option. Should you lease an apartment or should you buy a house?
Yeah,
It's called leases versus own.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What do you like about it?
Yeah,
Tell
today
me.
I learned, of course, to buy.
Okay. Well, it sometimes depends on the situation too.
Yeah.
Okay. So usually, a person who wants to open a restaurant, for example, okay, let's say if that restaurant takes about 5,000 square feet, and that person have to pay like $10,000 a month.
Yeah.
Rent, 5,000 square feet. And 5,000 cost of rent per month.
Yeah.
If you do a simple calculation, it will.
You buy a land to build.
Yes, it will cost that person about what, 60,000 a year, right? 60,000, right? 5,000 times 12, so 60,000. And then if 10 year will go by very quickly.
Yeah.
So that will be $600,000. When you lease, you give money away. But if that person has some extra cash, he or she had an option. She can buy an existing shopping center that have some vacant space.
Yeah.
So they can come buy that shopping center and then they move in.
Yeah.
You see the benefit?
Yeah.
And then sometimes the mortgage of the shopping center is not much more than the monthly rent payment.
Because you pay the money to buy the land, you are the owner.
Right.
That go to your own pocket.
Exactly.
If you listing every month, you throw out the money. It's gone.
It's gone. It's forever gone.
Yeah.
But every month that you pay, it's because you pay your own equity, just like you buying a house, right?
Yeah.
The same thing. The concept is very simple. If you rent an apartment, I mean, you pay to the landlord.
Yeah.
But when you buy your house, you pay more mortgage, and then it will build up on your equity. You know, after 10 years, 15 years, you will own that shopping centers.
Yeah. So normally this year the people really interesting about the interest.
Yes, yes.
So this year really low, much lower than before.
Yes, yes. This is a great time to invest. Let me tell you, there are two types of investment. Some people have cash. Going back to the example that we talked about earlier, you know that, some people have. Usually, when you buy a shop, buy a commercial investment, people don't pay all cash.
Yeah.
Because this costs millions of dollars. So usually they leverage.
Yeah.
Leverage meaning they put down like 20%, 30%, and then they borrow money from the bank. Okay, let's get back into the example of the shopping centers. If that shopping center give you the return rate of 8% annually, right? Okay, and then the bank, if you can get the bank to charge you 4% interest rate.
You also can earn 4%.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. It's called cash on cash money. It's called leverage.
Yeah.
So basically, for example, if a shopping center costs $1 million, and a person put out $200,000, and the return rate on that shopping center is 80%. So every year that on $200,000 that you put down, 8% of that is how much?
200,000 down, 8%.
16,000,
Yeah,
right?
16,000.
16,000 is your money. But you remember, on $800,000 you bought from the bank,
Yeah.
and it cost, the interest cost is 4%.
Yeah.
But the return is 8%. So you earn an extra 4% on the borrowed money.
Yeah.
Correct? Are you with me?
Yeah.
So 4% of 800,000 is how much?
32.
$32,000, right?
Yeah.
On somebody else's money.
Yeah. Yeah.
You borrow for 8%. You borrow for 4%, but you make 8%.
Yeah.
So now, in addition to the 8%, and then
Good.
you an extra now 32,000 plus $16,000. So now it's a cash on cash.
Yeah.
It's called positive leverage. As
After-
long as the
yeah.
cost of money, the interest rate is lower than the project.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if it's worked the other way, you're going to have a negative. You don't borrow money for 8%, and the project produce 4%. You will lose 4%, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty common sense, yeah.
Yeah. After you talk about this, I have the feeling really want to buy one.
It's a great time to buy. Well,
Yeah,
think about it. Let's
yeah.
say you have $100,000 in the
Yeah.
bank. What do you do with it? What do you do? Think about it. Real estate is one form of investment commodities. So you said, let's say you have $200,000 in the bank. How much? 1%? Not even 1%
Lower than
on
that,
CD.
yeah.
Okay, and then gold, CD, stocks. I mean, all the stuff are very risky.
Yeah.
But before we end, let me tell you about some benefits of investing in shopping centers. Number one, it's tangible. When you invest in a shopping center, you can touch and feel it.
Yeah.
Let's go. I mean, this is your building. You
Yeah,
can
that's
touch.
what I want to say. The stock is you kind of touching, you kind of feeling.
It's called intangible, yes.
Yeah, maybe the money is gone, and this one, if I want to see, I can see every day.
Exactly. It's tangible. You can touch and
Yeah.
feel it. This is the building.
Yeah,
Whatever. This is your building. And stocks, I mean, it's so intangible. You don't have any control. Okay.
Yeah.
And number two is leverage. If you need to invest in $1 million in stock, you need to have $1 million. You cannot borrow money from the
Yeah.
bank to
Yeah.
invest in stock.
Yeah.
So only in real estate you can leverage, you can borrow. And number three, the appreciation in value. Appreciation means the increase in value over time.
Yeah.
So the shopping center is always the appreciation rate is always beat inflation, recession, and
Yeah.
depressions. Real estate rate increases always beat those three.
Yeah, always increasing. For example, if you buy a car, you buy a vehicle, you just driving out from the dealership, it's a 20% price.
Loss of value, right?
Yes. Also, if you buy something like a bike, the brand something, also, only real estate
Yeah.
forever increase.
Yes. It's a rare commodity.
Yeah.
Take Bel Air for example.
Yeah.
If you bought, if you had bought land in this area, you would have make so much money. I remember I came here in 1984. I mean, this may be less than $1, maybe 25 cents per square foot. But now $25 per square foot because people grow, but land do not grow. Okay, so another benefit is tax leverage. Because let's say if you invest in something and then when you sell it, you make profit, you have to pay capital gain on it, Sky.
Yeah.
But in real estate, you don't have to. Let's say, let's go back to that $1 million shopping centers. Let's say 15 years later, you sell it for $2 million. Okay, you don't have to pay on that $2 million, $1 million profit if you choose to do a tax deferral method. It's called 1031 exchange. You use that money to invest in something else. You don't have to pay capital gain on that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and another advantage is let me see. There's so many advantages. Another one is that it's controllable. If something happened to the shopping centers,
Yeah.
you can come and clean it up. You can make it nice. You can renovate it. You can make an effort to bring in tenants, so you have control.
Okay, thank you, Danny. Today I learned so much from you. Yeah. I also have my dream.
Yes.
Be a shopping center as a landlord.
Yes. Well, thank you for the opportunity, Sky. Keep your dream alive. The more you talk about it, the more it will become a reality. People said, whatever you focus on the most, it will become reality. And I can see the desire, strong desire in you. You're smart, you work hard, and a lot of people, I don't know why, your dream of owning a piece of property in America is not becoming reality.
Yeah.
I wish you best of luck on that.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, thank you. 这就是今天的子天访谈录，我是子天 Sky 朵，我们下期再见。